to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, we got a viewer request, okay? It's Swiss Mr. Day. Not Swiss Miss, Swiss Mr. Day. What does that mean? Well, today I'm going to be reviewing a couple Swiss people's rackets. All right? We got the Fed and we got the Stand. All right? So a viewer really wanted me to check these two, compare these two, give my honest opinion about these two, because he's struggling and trying to determine which one he should play with. All right, so we got Swiss Roger and Swiss Stan. Okay, so we're gonna check that out right now and see what we come up with. Either way, the Swiss win. I got my board, I got my numbers, okay? These are the numbers that those are supposed to be strung. Okay, so let's get going. We'll start with the Fed here. Strung with the same strings. Okay, everybody asks me, oh, what's it strung with? How tight is it strung with? Okay, they're both strung with Babylon RPM 16 at 52 pounds. So no differences there. They're both a 16 by 19 pattern, so no differences there. Both 27 inches, no differences there. All right, so we're gonna go balance it now. Oh. $318 on this one. Okay. Stan the Mans. So this is the 330 gram version, okay? I know the 310 looks just like this too. $321. Okay. All right. Let's hit the scale and see what the rest of these numbers come up to. At the scale. Okay, so it's 360.5 on the RF here. Let's see what the swing weight is. $344. Let's grab Stands. $349. Whoa. Let me try that again. $343. Interesting. I'm gonna actually have to double check that last number online for swing weight. So let's go check. Let's go back there, and then I'm gonna do a quick check, and then we'll analyze the numbers. Okay. So I just checked online to see if I was wrong, and I actually went back to the scale and doubled and triple checked that there wasn't anything wrong with the swing weight. I even swung weight a couple extra other things that I knew what the swing weights would be, and according to what I just checked, everything was accurate. So my numbers are accurate, the swing weight's accurate. So this is indeed what we came up with. So in the RF racket, what it was supposed to be was 357. The actual was 360.5. That's pretty, that's okay. That's acceptable. That's pretty Wilson acceptable, tennis acceptable. So that's perfectly fine. The balance, it was supposed to be 315. It's actually 318. That's a bit off, and that's Wilson acceptable. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I would like that to be maybe 1 point difference, because you know that's actually not that hard to get closer. Now where we go haywire here is the swing weight. So that's pretty different. But that's pretty different here too on the Yonex, right? So they both were supposed to be in the 330s. They both wound up in the 340s. So there's definitely something off about both of those. Now, when we look at the balance though on the Yonex, we're way closer here, right? I mean, I would definitely take that, right? And then when we look at the weight on that Yonex, that's right on, that's spot on, right? So I'm not quite sure what was off about these two that made these two off, but definitely the Yonex quality shows in these two right here. Yeah, so if you've seen a lot of my Yonex videos, we know that it's hard to beat Yonex quality control. But aside from that, you got to pick your own racket, right? So I would say Yonex for quality control, but whichever racket you play with better, definitely choose that racket, because although these may seem like similar rackets and could be for the same style of play in terms of the person, these are definitely higher level rackets for the higher level player. These do play, you know, pretty different. I mean, this is a thinner beam racket with more head weight, right? This is a little wider. So this clocks in at 21.5 in the beam that's constant all around, whereas this is a 20 beam. So this is going to cut through the air a little faster, but has a little more drag because it's head heavier, right? This is 12 points headlight without strings, right? So this is going to come through pretty quickly, even though it's a little thicker here. So a little more power in this one also, as you can see by the RA. 68 on the RA for the Fed, 65 for the Yonex. So the Yonex is going to flex a little more at impact. So I'm going to do a quick swing test just in the store and just to see what I feel. It's been a while since I've swung these. Okay, so on Stan's racket, I definitely feel the weight out here. So it's like 3 and 9 o'clock on up is where I feel the weight, like up here, that it just kind of takes over, right? On Fed's racket, the weight is actually from here to there, like from this handle on up to about 3 and 9, and then the whole thing kind of comes through. So depending on how you swing, right, and how big of a swing you have, I would say if you hit maybe a little flatter, this would benefit you. If you hit with a little more spin, this will benefit you a little more, just because of how it actually sets and goes. Yeah. But, you know, both top level rackets, both great. Quality control, or you want to go with the Fed, right? Because you play like Fed maybe, okay? So the choice is up to you. If I could watch you play, maybe I could choose for you. So maybe send me a video. You want to send me a video? Go to my contact in my description page or about page, right? In the sales inquiries, and see if you could shoot me a clip of yourself playing. And then let me see if I can analyze you. Send me a link on Instagram, and then I'll take a look. Somebody else did that before to me too, and I was able to see. He was actually a really good player. He just wanted me to watch him to determine what kind of string he should use. He's actually a teaching pro. So, all right, so let's do that if you can't decide. But I mean, if I were you, that's a tough decision. It's a really tough decision. All right, so shoot it over to me if you want to see it. But quality control, go here. If you really love Fed, go here. All right, thanks for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.